Okay, so hi everyone. In today's video, I'll be redesigning one of my oldest OCs. Her name is Marina, and I drew her back in 2018 or something. I'm not sure. I'm going to put it on the screen. But I'm basically going to redesign her, come up with a whole new backstory, and then you'll see if I've improved her design or if you like the old one better. We'll see. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so you can just see me sketching out, and then I'm inking right away because I did a sketch off camera because I really wanted this drawing to be perfect, and I wanted the poses to be nice and dynamic and just a bit more fun than I usually do. So I looked up some references before turning on my camera, and I also did a sketch, and then I did a really fast outline of the drawings. So one of the first things you may notice that I've changed is obviously the art style, because I have changed my art style quite a lot, I would say. Hopefully you guys agree with me. But like, her eyes are a bit smaller than what I drew in the past, and then also she has pigtails now and different hair color. So this might shock some of you guys, but I really didn't want to feel like I had to copy the past design exactly, because I really didn't like it that much. It was really basic. It was inspired by Magna Girl, which is an OC that Rin has, or Drawing with Waffles. And that OC is really cute, and at the time I was really inspired by Drawing with Waffles channel, and I really wanted to draw like her and be like her, and just I really loved her art, and I still do really love her art. But I decided that I really wanted to make this upgrade about the character and not about like the past design, so I didn't want to copy myself and see if I've gotten any better drawing, because I have already done that on my channel. And I obviously am better at drawing, I would say, especially proportions now. So I decided to go with pigtails, and then there's this gradient from yellow to orange and then red on her hair, because her powers are like flame powers. She's kind of like a superhero thing. I don't know how to describe it, but she basically has fire power, so she can set herself on fire, which I don't know if that's a useful thing to have or if that would just be a lot of trouble, because I would imagine setting yourself on fire would disturb quite a lot of people, because that is not normal and that would be quite dangerous unless you're like Marina, and she is fireproof obviously, because we don't want her hurting herself. That would be really bad for the character story. And then I also did some upgrades on the clothes, because I really wanted her to be like this normal kid, and I wanted her to look normal, because in the past I gave her like this superhero suit kind of thing, like a dress and then a tank top over the dress, which really doesn't make a lot of sense at all. And she also had this huge superhero boots. Like, it would be cool to have a superhero outfit, of course, but I really like that her new clothes have some kind of flame design in them. The one that I'm drawing here didn't have any flame design or red or anything like that on it, so I decided to give her a flame tattoo, which I didn't carry on doing for the rest of the drawings, because I wasn't really sure if I wanted her to have a tattoo, considering she's only 17 years old. And I don't know that many 17-year-olds that have tattoos, but I would really think it was cool if her tattoo only got visible when she used her power, so it's kind of disappearing. Sometimes that could be kind of cool for her backstory. I'm not really sure. But it could be fun. And then I also thought a lot about how she discovered her powers. So my idea would basically be that one day she is at school and she is quite young, and she gets bullied like a lot, and one day she actually sets a trash can on fire by accident. And that's when she kind of starts thinking, because like, hey, trash cans doesn't just catch fire for no reason. Why did it catch fire? And then later she discovers that when she is really scared or she's really angry, she can light herself on fire, and she doesn't really hurt herself by doing that, so that's kind of weird, right? If you could light yourself on fire, you would be kind of scared too. And then she lives in a really normal family. She has a mother and a father and a dog and two brothers. And I think it would be really cool if like none of her parents had any superpowers at all. So it's just really weird for her, and she doesn't really have anyone to talk to. And then she discovers a journal on the loft that her grandmother wrote, and that's basically where her grandmother explains that she has superpowers when she was the same age as Marina. So basically, Marina has inherited her grandmother's powers, and she has to learn to control them before she does something stupid like light the classroom on fire before a presentation, because that would be really bad, and I think she would kind of get it expelled for lighting the school on fire. At least I would think so. So obviously she has to control her powers, and she has to learn how to deal with them. So she comes over this guy at school who's just like a janitor, and he basically tells her all about this summer camp for people like her, and he also has some superpowers which he shows to her. So it would be kind of fun if he could, like, I don't know, make things fly, like teleport things and stuff. That could be kind of fun. And then it's a story that's really inspired by Percy Jackson currently, and I'm probably going to change it a lot because now it's just really basic and me rambling on about it. But I think it would be really fun if like it had a lot of that Percy Jackson feel with summer camp, and she trying to discover her powers, and she can't really tell her parents because they would probably think she's crazy, and that would not be really good because she really loves her parents and she doesn't want to put them in danger. So she thinks that it's easier to just visit this summer camp, deal with it herself, and then carry on with her life as if nothing has changed. And of course, when you have fire powers, that is not that easy to just pretend that nothing has happened when all of a sudden you can catch on fire, quite literally. So I think it would be kind of fun to see her develop her powers and then train at this summer camp and meet other superheroes like her. And since she would be the protagonist of that story, I would like her to have some really special powers, like maybe had a system that a lot of people have the same powers but she's the only one with fire powers, or she has some friends that have fire powers but they aren't as powerful as hers maybe. So that could be kind of fun. I'm not really sure yet, so it could be fun if you guys would give me some suggestions. What do you think? Because it is really hard to come up with a story for her myself. But I really like it so far. And also I would really love to give her some friends and design some more superhero characters that could be Marina's good friends. And so I have already drawn some more drawings of her in my sketchbook, of course, because I really love this OC and I think she could be one of my favorite new characters. I have like a couple of characters, but I really haven't been into drawing the same person multiple times, so me drawing her like 4 times in one sketchbook spread is kind of new to me, and also kind of impressing for being me, because I am really impatient and I like to draw different people and try to experiment and stuff like that. But I really think this character could be unique, and giving her some friends could be really fun. So maybe in some future videos I'll design more characters like her with superhero powers that she'll meet on this summer camp, and then I'll gradually start to expand her story with her friends, and then we can all see if we like it or if we don't like it. Hopefully we'll like it, because I think I like it a lot this far. And I especially enjoy all the colors that I picked for her and the hair and stuff, so I think it could be really fun to like make this a series where I talk about their backstories, talk about how they would be involved in their story, and then kind of explain some more once I do some more digging about this character. I think I just have to draw her more times and think like about what her interest would be, and then what her greatest fear would be, and what she would have to overcome and stuff like that, because this could be a really cool story idea and I would really like to share it, because I haven't really done this thing before, like sharing a whole story idea, because I've always been scared of people stealing it. But I think it would be really fun to like have this as like a YouTube story kind of thing, and maybe I'll write some short scenes from it or something. I'm not really sure. But I have thought about some more stuff. So I think like the system with the powers and her being like the only one with the fire powers could be kind of cool, because that will make her more unique and maybe give her like a quest that she and her friends has to finish during summer camp. And we also of course have to make some villains in this story, because we can't have all good people, because that would be really boring and I don't think that would be exciting for you guys to hear about. So I think in some upcoming videos I'll probably have to design some really evil villains, because villains are always cool to design. I'm really not that good at like drawing scary people, so that would be a lot of good training for me, I think. And you know, I really like that she has modern clothing, because that makes it more relatable in my like, I don't know, it just feels like she's a normal girl, a normal teenager with normal clothes, but she has like this superpowers that she can't really control, and that's kind of going to be a huge problem. And that could also be kind of funny, with like her trying very hard to not light the school on fire because she's stressed, because school is very stressful. I think all of us can relate to school being very stressful. And also, especially with everything else going on with her life, like she realizing that her powers might be kind of dangerous to other people, because lighting stuff on fire is dangerous. I think like there's a reason for why we have certain things to protect herself from like catching on fire, and with her going around like a walking fire, she could be kind of potentially dangerous to other people, and I think that would be really hard for her, because she doesn't really want to harm anyone she loves. And obviously her being stressed and dealing with this makes it more likely that she'll catch on fire. And also, hiding that you can catch on fire when you're stressed from your parents would be kind of hard. So it would be very fun to see her sneaking around her parents, going to summer camp, realizing that she isn't alone and she is getting friends, and she has a better time there because she's away from her bullies, of course, which I think making the bullies a part of the story could be really nice, because I think a lot of people can recognize themselves being like bullied and really wanting an escape from that. And I think her powers could be really fun. Like, you wouldn't feel so alone if you knew a character or someone in the story that also got bullied. And I really want to make that a theme in my story, that bullying is something that is not fun, but you're not alone. And I really want her to be like a good role model. She's not going to be perfect, of course, because that would be very basic and also probably very boring, because no one is perfect, and she definitely isn't perfect, because she obviously doesn't tell her parents, and that will lead to some trouble. And I also think it would be really cool for her to be very, very nice, but she also has like some flaws. And I don't know, I think some of her hobbies might be drawing, maybe. She looks like a really creative person, so I think maybe painting, because I really like her skirt and it looks like she's painted on the flames herself, which would be really cool if she like painted on her own clothes, and then I could design some really fun, funky clothes with fun colors and paintings on them, and that would be really cool for me, at least. So let's make her a painter and an artist, and then maybe make her interested in like, I feel like she could be very good at, I don't know, programming maybe, or that's maybe a bit basic, I don't know. Maybe I want another character to be good at programming, so maybe she's good at I'm not really sure, maybe she's good at music or writing or something like that. I feel like she's a really creative person. But let me know what you guys think of her. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And here is the drawing. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Bye bye.